welcome to Legend of the Stoned Owl. We'd like to call it LOTSO, and my name is Chris.
I'm Justin.
I'm Alan.
Hey guys, welcome to 2011.
It's good to be here.
Yeah. And I gotta say, batten down your hats, gentlemen, because it's a really stormy day. We could lose power at any moment during the show tonight. So brace yourselves for
We're
that.
talking 15, 20 mile per hour.
I mean, it's wicked. Actually, I think it might even get up to maybe 35. I heard a branch roll off my roof, so I'm concerned. And if we go offline, well, if you don't hear from us, then just assume it was a tree.
Dude, have you heard about all those dead animals falling out of the sky?
All the dead birds?
That's crazy.
I don't even want to think about that.
I know. Well, that's good because we're not talking about that right now. Actually, let's talk about what we are doing today. We've got a pretty jam-packed show. I mean, LOTSO's took a little time off, and so it's like we got all constipated. Now it's time to blow it out. And we're going to do it all over here. Oh, no, I lost my hat. Let's just...
Didn't take long.
Coming up, we're going to have the titles that we're most excited about, but I think they'll also have the most buzz in 2011. That'll be in our news segment. And then in our review segment today, I'm going to talk a little bit about the new Back to the Future game that came out. They had the first episodic release, and I got my hands on that, and I had a chance to play that. So we'll be reviewing that. And then also, Jeremy's going to join us for that segment, and he's been all up in DC Universe Online. I mean, this guy, seriously, if you could crawl up inside something and live in there, that's what he's doing right now.
So he's made DC Universe constipated with himself.
Yes. Yes. And now he's exiting, and he's going to join us to talk about that. So if you're interested in that game,
DC Universe.
Exactly. So he's going to share his insights on the game with us. What do you think?
Yes.
All right.
Sounds like a show.
With that sort of shining endorsement, let's get into the LOTSO news segment. And that awesome music means it's time for the LOTSO news, gentlemen. And it's the first LOTSO news segment of the year. And those of you who've been with us for a long time know that the approach here with LOTSO, since we only come out twice a month, isn't really to try to break the news, is more of covered news that we think is really important overall from a gaming trends and impact standpoint. You know what I mean? Stuff that's going to like be an evolutionary game changer or something that's really a totally new concept. Because wherever you go with that kind of thing, there's some kind of stuff that's like the day-to-day grind stuff that we tend not to cover. But we thought, since this is the first news segment, we should definitely talk about the stuff that's be coming out this year. And we want to start with, I guess, in order of release. Is that what we're doing these?
That's the easiest way.
Okay. Let's start with Bulletstorm. What do you guys think?
I'm excited for it. It seems like kind of an over-the-top...
Now, this one has had some outrageous... What?
Nothing. He was going to drop his over-the-top whatever the hell. And you
I know, but Chris has already heard it. You already heard it, so he didn't want to hear it again.
Right. I'm sorry. I forgot we hadn't done that one live.
I totally said I was going to repeat that, Chris.
You're right, Alan. I appreciate it. You're right.
3, 2.
All right. It seems like a really over-the-top Gears of War game that's just crazy, and it doesn't care about reality.
Now, are you saying that because there's a cover mechanic, or what makes you say Gears of War?
Made by the same guys.
Okay.
Made by the same guys, so kind of a similar look.
No, it looks cooler.
Oh, well, this is not a good... this is that still action.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But, I mean, I have another, like a gameplay one.
Oh, well, bring that up so I can see it. Quit breathing into the mic.
I breathe.
So, I mean, it just seems kind of crazy. You're just running around. You get kills for, like, points for killing people in different ways.
That looks
they're
really
gonna have
good.
like a co-op thing where you're basically just trying to rack up as much points as you possibly can.
Is this the one that's kill in style? Is that their slogan?
Yeah. You have like a leash that you just saw if you're watching the video where you can actually pull guys and it kind of slows them down. It doesn't slow down the guys around you.
Though.
It doesn't put it in bullet time, it doesn't look like. But it will slow down the guy that you're actually
the guy in
with.
There sort of has a
then
bullet time
effect. You can kick
effect.
him, shoot him.
Yep.
And they just have a bunch of different kind of crazy guns, like a 4-barreled shotgun and that kind of stuff, a bouncy grenade type of thing.
Did you start to talk about the co-op stuff? Do we know anything about that?
From what I've been able to gather, which haven't read a lot about it, but it just seems like it's kind of one of those. They'll just keep sending waves, kind of like the horde mode. They'll keep sending waves of guys at you and just try to rack up as many points as you can with your friends. Like try to use your friends.
Not
to do
storyline
kills.
stuff.
Didn't seem like it, but who knows?
Yeah, it's one of those one-character games, too, where you both are going to be the same character, so you can't really customize or, it's not one of those kind of games, it seems like. It just seems like if they're going to do co-op, it's going to have to be a different campaign or something like Alan was saying, and they're not doing the campaign, it sounds like.
Yeah, but it seems like it would be a good time.
No, this game looks like a blast, dude.
This does almost seem like it's worth a pre-order.
Oh, yeah. After I haven't really seen, I didn't know there was a lot of gameplay footage out. So while looking this up, it's like, oh, there's a lot of gameplay footage.
What consoles do we have for this?
I'm pretty sure. Xbox, I know.
Okay.
So probably Xbox, PC, and PS3, I think.
Or do we know about PS3?
Maybe.
There's a Wikipedia link we'll put in the show notes that will point that out if you're curious.
But another thing too with the multiplayer, I was wondering if it's gonna be stupid with all those kinds of crazy weapons, if it's going to kind of, be a little too much, just, the competitive multiplayer.
But it seemed, competitive it might be. But it seems kind of cool because if you try to rack up the points, you're kind of slowing down, like it seemed like with the leash. Like I would be attacking another player and slowing things down for me, but everyone else is running fast. So if you see someone trying to get that style point, you can probably steal it from them. Or kill him in a stylistic way with a friend or something.
Are you talking about co-op or the multiplayer?
Multiplayer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see any videos on that.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like. It seemed like because every time they use the leash for the style points, it just slowed down you and the guy you're interacting with, not the things around you. All the enemies are still running around the same.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to introduce that kind of mechanic or whatever that I was talking about, where you could get more points for stopping him or stealing the kill, But it would make sense that they would do that with what they've shown in the videos so far.
Well, that would be fun.
Yeah, and that would make it a lot of fun because it all seems about, getting cool points and scoring a lot of points for your guy. Like racking up a big.
Okay. All right, so I might even put that on the potential pre-order. So what was the date? What was the date? It was February 22nd.
Yes.
February 22nd. All right, so the next game is...
The triple deuces.
So the next game, you don't know Jack? Like the old,
Yeah,
you old don't know... This is... You guys put this on your top list here?
Dude.
Okay, all right, that's fair. I like You Don't Know Jack, too.
I got mad love for this game.
I do like... So does my wife. That's weird. You and my wife,
The funny thing is, actually, we went over to Justin's house, and that's where I've always played it.
Yeah, my parents got it for us when we were kids, dude. We had a blast.
I don't want to sound like a fanboy, but this seems like it would be a perfect Galaxy Tab iPad app. I mean, it really does. It doesn't seem like this needs to be a PC app.
It really seems like it could work on anything.
Yeah, exactly. But I could totally see you don't get on an iPad.
Oh,
I'm just really excited for it. I mean, it just seems exactly like you remember. It seems like the same voice, everything like that, and that just has me really excited for it.
Cookie.
I guess so.
Oh, and the next game is L.A. Noire.
That's what you're looking forward to?
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't know anything about this.
This is the game that this is an advertisement.
I know, you like...
God.
This is the thing they're doing now, I know.
That guy looks like such a dick,
too.
Well,
go ahead and let it play, dude. We can watch it.
No, I am.
Oh, okay. So, who's making this?
Rockstar and Team Bondi.
Did we mention that You Don't Know Jack comes out on February 8th?
February 8th.
Yeah, and...
for like every console.
And now we're on to April 5th. Okay, so April 5th.
Yes.
Lay it on me.
4 days after April Fool's Day.
Okay, I'm liking the look of it. It looks
this is the game where they have the facial capture software where these are actors.
The mocap, like they did for Red Dead.
Yeah.
But no, it's even crazier than that.
Yeah, it's insane. They say they can...
Oh, we talked to Laszlo a little about this, didn't we?
We totally did.
Yeah.
That's right.
They say you can just... they can do this 20 times faster than in-game graphics. They can do it so much faster. As fast as it takes them to shoot it, they're done.
Wow.
Yeah, so these are all... And the cool thing about it, too, is I've read that most of the crimes that you're solving and stuff are taken from like old world newspapers, so they're like real stories, the real things that happen. It's not them just trying to be crazy or anything.
It's the basis for things. It's not necessarily because a lot of the cases they said right where it's what they say that they were unclosed cases,
right?
So they
like
put their
unsolved.
own endings into them.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So, you know, but they got the main plot of the stories from the actual stories of newspapers and stuff like that.
Yeah, you start off as a regular cop walking the beat,
and this is like what 1930s, 1940s,
some 50s or something like that.
oh, it's not the 50s. I think it's earlier than that.
Really?
I think
not
it's
sure.
I think it's 40s maybe.
But it looks like it's that classic time period, and it's going to be out on the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. Oh, and they have a great video. Check out the show notes because there's a great video in there about them doing the motion capture. It's really kind of fascinating.
It's pretty intense what they did. And
I mean, watch their faces. It's amazing how they move. What?
Oh, he's yelling at Alan. He's sitting there mousing at the guy's face.
I can't help it. I wanted to show off.
I know. Yeah, it's really impressive. It's we talked a little bit about this with
Holy cow.
With Carlos. Was it Carlos Jones? Who do we?
Carlos Antonio
You're mixing them together.
and Laszlo.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I mixed them together. And he talked about his experiences with doing Red Dead, and it sounds incredible. So this comes out in the spring and in April, and this is probably going to be a must.
If it doesn't get delayed again, this game has been delayed. It was supposed to come out September.
Oh, really?
4 months ago.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this game is going to be awesome.
A must buy. A must buy.
Yeah, this is
buy.
the game I'm looking forward to maybe most this year.
Strong. Boy, these are a lot of strong. That one's going to be on the PlayStation 3 as well, but a lot of great 360 ones. Let's talk about Brink. It's an interesting one.
Now, this is one that really I am going to wait for reviews. It just seems like it's a cool concept. The video we're showing now, it's a guy talking, one of the developers or whatever, about their system that you can basically look at whatever and just kind of run over it and stuff. You can interact with whatever you decide to go to. So you want to run and jump to the next platform, you just kind of go for it.
But it's a shooter?
Yeah, it's a first person.
Like anti-gravity stuff?
It all seems kind of in gravity, but you get like there.
Chat room's digging Brink, it looks like.
Like it's all like intuitive?
Yeah.
Like not for... Wow, that's
So whatever you decide to
kind of like
interact
Assassin's
with,
Creed, where you run at something and it just kind of happens for you. They kind of expect...
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Right, it also reminded me of what they did with like the Mirror's Edge game and what they did with the John Woo game, the Stranglehold or whatever, but it seems like a better system. It seems like a way smarter system.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
a little Mirror's Edge, a little, yeah.
And then, there's also the there's some gameplay footage. So I mean,
Okay,
it,
so
Is
it's
it
got
open
some-
world or
it's
is
got
it
some
levels?
good guns, too.
it seems like levels with an open world. It seems like you're basically running wherever, but you do have the obstacles, of course, that you need to. And the cool thing that I noticed was that when you're shooting these guys, it seems like XP's bouncing out of their heads, kind of like in the Borderlands.
Exactly like Borderlands,
yeah.
it looks like.
So a little RPG-ish.
Yeah, that makes me think they're going to have RPG elements to it, which has me really excited. But again, I don't really know a whole lot about it, so
Can you go back a little bit real quick? I want to see something else.
yeah.
They got a mini map, kind of, which is nice. I love me a mini
Ooh,
map.
interesting interface.
Kind of a busy interface.
So this comes out on April 12th, right?
Yeah, like Alan said, I'm not one for first-person shooters. Bulletstorm's got my attention, and now this one does. But I gotta wait on this one.
That courtesy footage is courtesy of IGN and their coverage of E3 2010. So thanks to them for that footage. Now, Portal 2. A little interesting story about Portal 2. Obviously, I think I'm pretty much on the record as a pretty hardcore Portal 2 guy.
On the record several times.
Yeah, I admit it. But I went through an interesting period where I thought, Portal 2, meh. Maybe, yeah, I'm gonna get it, but I'm not super excited anymore.
I just don't want them trying to recreate the cult following they got. I don't want them trying to, try too hard to be cute and funny and awesome.
I gotta be honest, dude. I've rewatched some of this footage. I'm getting totally re-excited about the game now, big time.
After I saw this, the multiplayer that you and Al showed me, I'm back on board with this a little bit more.
Where are you at with this game, Alan?
Alan's been.
I've been on top. I've been wanting this game for a long time, but I haven't been paying attention to a lot of the videos and anything like that. I don't want to spoil or ruin anything. I don't want to get annoyed with any of the voices or any of the characters.
Yeah,
I don't want to have any expectations, but I have watched a little of the trailers and a little bit of the gameplay, just enough to get me excited about it and be like, wait, what is that? What is that stuff? And I know that people already know about it and it's been written about, like the different goo types, and there's like some blue goo and orange goo, and it looks crazy. But I haven't read about it because I want to go into that game like I did the first one, not really knowing what the hell is going on.
Yeah, I do know
co-op,
what you mean.
The co-op really has me excited.
They have a really fun trailer on the co-op too, and it kind of makes it look like there's going to be puzzles you can solve that involve like, one person doing one thing, the other person at the other end of the puzzle, maybe coming together through solving some sort of portal solution. I mean, it looks like it could be a blast.
It looks incredibly hard too, but I guess as you start kind of going through the game and they kind of ease you into it,
Yep.
I'm sure a little bit of it will be a little more clear. But dude, this game just got me all excited again.
Because the cool thing is, like the first one, Justin and I actually played it like a co-op game. We only played it when we were both online, and we'd be, chatting over Xbox Live to each other, and we'd be playing it like that, kind of figuring it out together.
Yeah.
So actually being in the game together, I'm pumped.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Super excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one, and that is going to be coming out on the 19th of April. All right, so moving on to 9/13 is Rage.
Rage.
Gentlemen, lay it on me.
This is another first-person shooter. This game's this year's full of shooters.
That's funny, too, because, dude, you're the guy that's like, I'm sick of first-person shooters.
But this one's kind of taking a Borderlands Fallout type with cars, crazy buggies that you build.
Really?
I am about
You
building
build
myself a buggy.
Oh, you build them?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of interested in that.
It's like you were there. You were at PAX, right? You were. I know you're at PAX, but you waited in line to go into the movie theater and watch their Rage demo with us. He was there, right?
Yeah, he was totally there.
Yeah, we got in trouble for recording.
I was the one.
Yeah.
That was the one they yelled at for trying to record it. Yeah.
But yeah, it was that game, and you get that guy, that big fat guy that runs that crazy reality TV show, that kind of super over the top Thunderdome type of stuff, and it's just kind of big like that, and it's ID or id or whatever they are. They and
I guess there's going to be a Linux version, which gives me wood. The table might fall over a little bit because of my wood over that. I really appreciate that.
That seems like something that John Carmack would do. He's crazy with that crap.
Yeah, that guy definitely thinks outside the box, dude.
He has a mind on him, and it's...
Well, awesome. All right, so yeah, that's probably one I'll be picking up for the PC too.
Yeah.
Ooh, I do like the cars. That does look cool.
I really love cars. No, I do. I love cars in games. I love being able to, if they got a nice big, that's the one thing I wish Fallout had, was a buggy.
All right.
That would make it
Fallout buggies,
so
Chris.
much nicer.
Just to be, because you can fast travel, but you feel like you're cheating. We know a guy who does not fast travel. He feels like it's cheating. He'll run everywhere he needs to go. And it's terribly long. I put 120 hours into that game, and I fast traveled any chance he gave me.
I'll be honest, there's been some missions in Stowe where, due to the conditions, there's supposed to be something going down, and I think it'd be more fair if my engines were crippled, so sometimes I don't use high speed. I've done that. Just because I'm like, I make it, I'll just go regular speed, but not usually.
Just take it easy on the old engine.
Yeah. All right. Now this one, you guys, I'm a little nervous about mentioning because I got a lot of hate from the chat room. Let's talk about Uncharted 3 coming out on September 1st. Or no, I'm sorry, November 1st. You guys excited about Uncharted 3?
I played both Uncharteds, and I felt like I was playing that. There was way too much hype on those games. As a guy who doesn't go to movies or necessarily watch movies ever, this movie or this game was like a movie, like they said, and it didn't hold my interest too much. I mean, it was cool. They had some, pretty set pieces, but I felt like I got the first one and the second one at the same time because I got my PlayStation late. And I played them, and I felt like I played the first one thinking, okay, this is just the first one. I got to get through it to get to the second one, which is going to blow my mind.
And it didn't blow your mind.
No, it was.
So why is this on your list?
Well, I think it needs to be on the list just because of how big it is for people other than me. I mean, this game is a cool game.
Okay.
But
it's one of those games that when I get the PS3, when, not if, that I will be getting it. Even though I saw Justin play it, and I remember him like sliding under a door, and it's like, oh, dude, that was crazy. He's like, yeah, it was the first time, but I like not the exact same thing, but him sliding under some kind of closing gate or door or whatever. He said like 5 or 6 times or something.
it is a really well acted game or whatever, and it looks beautiful.
All right. And
But-
voiced well.
Oh yeah.
There you have it, gentlemen. All right.
It's supposed to
So
look pretty.
all right.
I got
That's
I
fair.
got a sneaky game in here that I forgot to put in the list. But Dungeon Siege 3. I have been looking for a co-op hack and slash forever, and it's made by Obsidian,
Oh, okay.
which gives me great happiness.
I don't know much about this game.
You do, but you just don't, because it's pretty much chop, 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 level
Oh.
up, chop, 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 level up,
Yep.
level up.
Okay, yeah, I know exactly.
Look at this
what game
business.
This
This is
Is this a PC game or a console game?
both probably.
It looks like a Diablo.
Exactly. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
But that's not a bad thing.
No, it's a wonderful thing, and I love.
Dude, it's so weird that you like this grindy kind of stuff, but then you don't like MMOs. I just don't freaking get your
I
mind.
need action. I need
Do
to
you
be.
see how they're jumping around and stuff?
I need tons of movement. I need to be able to jump, roll.
You know what? Stay tuned for our DCU review then.
Oh.
I was gonna check out, but I think I'll stay.
Nice, dude. That's funny. Ass. No. Let's talk about Elder Scrolls coming out on November 11th. I don't know jack about Elder Scrolls. Looks like a golf game to me.
This game's huge. It's the biggest, most deep game I think I have ever played in my life.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't. The first time I played it, I had no idea what I was getting into, and I hated it. And then I started playing it again. And Alan played these kind of games, RPGs. He knew a lot more about them than I did. And
Now it looks like Myst.
once he,
Boy, I just am not digging this game. Its first impressions to me are old.
it's kind of looking like that, isn't it? And this is leaked, kind of.
Oh, we should mention this is not even actually confirmed footage, is it?
No, this is leaked alpha footage, and that's
In fact,
just
I'm gonna turn it
supposedly.
off right now,
Yeah,
just in
I mean
case
that's
we
just
might get
what we
pulled.
know. But if it is like that, I mean, no offense to them, that kind of seems like the way they're doing it. I mean, they did Fallout the same way. They
didn't
did
update
Probably use
anything.
The same, yeah, exactly. It's the same crap.
It's the same thing from.
But this isn't crap. This isn't. It's like Fallout.
Your face, dude.
You're.
No, it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna get it, and I'm sure I'm gonna love it. There's gonna be, there's a
Crafting your own weapons, enchanting things,
making your
dual
own
wielding,
spells,
dual wielding,
dual wielding,
mace, sword. Chris,
Now,
mace, sword,
all right,
leveling,
mace, sword,
leveling
sword,
up
mace.
everything,
leveling up,
like your strength, your
progressively
jump, your
jumping higher
agility,
and higher and
your
higher.
strength. I mean, it's a deep rooted. I don't know if it's deep rooted, but deeper than a lot of the RPGs that are coming out these days. Like no offense, but the Mass Effect 3, it's a lame ass RPG system. It's pretty damn weak, and they root themselves as an RPG.
Well, let's talk about Mass Effect 3.
Well, hold on. Rika is telling us that we great guy from the chat room is telling us that we should play Dragon Age, but Dragon Age is turn based, correct? It's not.
I don't know. On
I'm
the
pretty
new
sure
ones.
it's turn based.
I know. I'm
We'll
pretty
wait
sure the
for an
first
answer
one
from the
was.
chat room. But if it is turn based, incorrect. Okay. Well, shit. The way I heard it, it was.
You say it's
we'll
real
have
time.
we'll have to give Dragon Age a try. Now, see, that's the thing is I really just don't know that much about it. I just know that it's an RPG, and I've just been like, because I thought the first Dragon Age was turn-based, I thought. And so I just was like, I'm kind of done with those. They're all the same. But
Interesting. All right. Now, so you mentioned Mass Effect 3, which is coming out on which is coming out in Q4 for 2011. It's big for a lot of folks. I don't think it's big for anybody on this panel here.
No.
I like Mass Effect in a lot of ways. It's just not a game I can get into.
I was convinced to give Mass Effect 2 a try. I think I am going to go try it.
Are you?
Really?
Yeah, somebody in our chat room has convinced me that maybe it's not maybe. He says definitely, and he made a good case for it.
One that you can get behind, huh?
I think so. Maybe if I'm just more aware of what's going on. But dude, I have such a hard time following stories in games sometimes. Like Halo, who knows what the hell's going on, right?
I don't. You're right, dude. I totally don't. I know a lot of folks in our chat rooms do.
Oh.
And there are some games
What
where...
about like Metal Gear? Like what the hell?
Hold on, though. You follow the Gears of War story, don't you?
That one's simply stupid,
But I always
though.
forget, and I always think it's on Earth, though, and I know it's not, but it's always like, oh, yeah, this is Earth. And it's like, this Earth is weird. And
Actually,
then-
I kind of follow the Halo story. I don't follow it when I'm playing. I kind of catch up on it afterwards.
Now, see, I will have to say I agree with Jeremy from Jupiter Broadcast. He says that Mass Effect, if the story was a movie, it would be the Star Wars of our generation. And from everything I've heard, that's what it seems like. That the story is just crazy and epic and crazy. But I just couldn't get into it. I tried a couple hours and just couldn't do it.
I have a feeling the comments on this episode will also agree with that. That you should get into it. Because I think there's a lot of Mass Effect fans.
It's too late for Mass Effect 1. That boat has sailed. That you can't go back to that now. It's been too long.
Too long, you say? Huh?
Yeah, what, like 2005, 2006?
He also, Rikai in the chat room also said we should mention Dragon Age 2 comes out on March of...
That's what we were talking about.
Ryan, we were talking about Mass Effect, right?
Well,
Yeah.
earlier, right before that, we were talking about Dragon Age. Because we were thinking it was turn-based and it wasn't.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, but Dragon Age, after hearing what they said about it, Ryan has it. I'm going to borrow it and see if I can get behind it.
Oh, he does?
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice.
Ryan loved it.
Oh.
Ryan from Northwest Goofballs, right?
Yeah, but Ryan can handle... He can take a punishment.
He likes Dynasty Warriors still. He'll pick up every new Dynasty Warriors to this day, even though it's the same exact game. And he admits it. He knows that it's the same thing, but he loves it.
Yeah, he'll play that till he dies.
He'll
dude.
mow down armies for hours on end.
I'm going to give Dragon Age and Mass Effect a try. I got a newfound...
Good on you, dude.
What?
Good on you.
Yeah,
That's good for you to give it a shot.
You should try Mass Effect first and give me Dragon Age first.
Ha.
No.
Actually, I would really like to hear your thoughts on Mass Effect.
You know what we should do? Every year we should have the fans, not the fans.
Have Rikai pick a game for us to play.
Have Rikai pick a game. Have somebody pick a game for us to play that we didn't play
We skipped over.
because we thought we
I like
wouldn't
that. We should
it.
formalize an idea around that. I think that's a good idea.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that. All right, gentlemen. That's the news for this week. But you know what? It's time to get into the LOTSO review segment. And welcome to the LOTSO review segment. I'm excited. We're gonna cram two great games that came out recently. Well, potentially great games. And right up front, we're gonna talk about the new Back to the Future Episode 1. I think it was called It's About Time.
It's about time.
Came out on the Mac. It came out on the PC on Steam. It's gonna be coming out on the iPad later on.
And PS3.
And yeah, in a bit. And
Not the Xbox?
I wanted to start and say that I think have you guys gotten a chance to see this game?
I've gotten to see it a little. It just seems kind of cartoony.
It is definitely cartoony, but they definitely got the right licenses and rights to the music and the voice. I'm playing a little bit of it now, just get a sample of it, and I'm going to play the voice. The voice actor of Marty McFly is really good.
I'm telling you, this sale is a joke. Doc's only been gone for a few months, and I happen to know.
Well, you know him better.
That's his dad there. But it's the whole thing. The whole thing is very true, very, very respectful to the game. Or the game is very respectful to the canon, and you end up in 1986, and Doc's in a situation, and you have to try to help him out, and you get to go back and see some kind of fun stuff, and it's very Back to the Future, but it's very choose your own adventure, cartoony, and the only way you progress is just by going through every single dialogue option. And it's so
that's pretty much what you're doing in the game is talking to people.
Yeah, you got to be ready for just a comic book kind of animated experience.
What's like the gameplay mechanics like? I mean,
you move back and forth and you interact with other characters in the game and talk to them and choose the options to talk to them about, and then you walk over to another object and highlight it and interact with it, kind of a thing.
oh, terrible.
Yeah, that does not sound. That sounds good for you, seeing as you just want more Back to the Future any way you can take it.
That's the only way I can recommend this game. It's the only way if you just want more Back to the Future. And you've got Christopher Lloyd doing the voice of Doc Brown.
I heard it sounds like he's actually trying to do Doc Brown. He's not just phoning it in for the paycheck. You can tell that he's into it.
Oh, very much so. And he has to do a few different time periods, and he does them pretty well. And he has fun with it. You can tell he's having fun with it.
God, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's crazy.
And the voice actor they did to do Marty McFly is also just absolutely fantastic.
He sounded nice.
Yeah.
I remember when we first listened to it. I mean, we didn't have the volume up that much, but
You see there was a
were all like,
dialogue
wait a
option.
second. We had to go look it up just to make sure.
Yeah.
I'd almost rather watch this as a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about Mass Effect.
That's why I go through it, is so I can watch it. And they do have a lot of clips like this. This is literally a clip from the game that they're rolling right now. And they have a lot of moments like this that you get to watch, and then it goes on to the next dialogue spot, and that's why I'm doing it.
Huh.
It's okay.
That's
Well,
not a game to me.
No, that's an interactive movie, which I guess.
It's like the new form of a kid's
I like Rikai's
sound book.
Rikai calls it a point-and-click adventure in the chat room. So there you go. So there's the dialogue options right there that they were just showing.
See,
So that's all it is, just dialogue.
Pretty much.
I don't know, dude.
But it's good dialogue with good voice acting, and it's all fun, like referencey kind of Back to the Future tongue-in-cheeky stuff.
Back to the Future is big, but I don't think it's big enough to build it as a big budget game. I don't think there's a big enough market of Back to the Future fans to sell a AAA franchise type of game from, right?
But I mean, that's the thing. If they made this a good game, we would be interested in it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I'd be interested in it if this thing was anything different. But
yeah, I totally understand what you're saying.
driving a car,
But
anything.
then again, I guess at the same time, they made that Ghostbusters game, and they were even saying, like, it's the next Ghostbusters. It is, like, written as Ghostbusters 3.
That's
and
the
when
thing,
we
because
found
it's-
out that what the gameplay was like, it just wasn't fun enough. We're like, screw this. When I was
know.
super excited and even pre
But that's at a $60 price tag. This is what, $20?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, $24.95. I think I saw.
So see, here's the interface. So now you walk around, and you have a little quest, essentially, and you go find the object to go interact with, and you choose it, and here's a clue. And so you get clues, so you're kind of...
I guess that's kind of fun if it takes a little thinky time for you.
Yeah, it does. And they have hints, too, so if you get stuck, they can give you a hint.
Your hint is probably just hitting the browser and typing in.
No, they give you a few good hints and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it's...
These are games like this you want to try to crack. You don't think you should be able to have to rely on game FAQs to get you out of a jam.
Well, the hints, if you can turn up the hint system, and they'll just literally give you the whole... Eventually, they'll just be like, hey, stupid, go click on this thing.
Now, see, Papa Smurf said he played through it in about 4 hours.
Yeah.
And he doesn't think that he'll buy the next one.
I don't know about that.
They're going for 4 games, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I want to pay $20. I would like to buy them cheaper, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because if this equates out to be a 16-hour game over 4 games, then that's what, $25.50. It's a $100 game.
I'm 90% through the game, and I've probably played about 4 hours.
Yeah.
4 or 5 hours. I'm not sure. I'd have to check my Steam.
God, I was looking forward to this.
Yeah. I
Now,
know.
let's bring the J-Man into the conversation here, because he's gotten his arse all over DC Universe Online. You on the line there, J-Man?
I sure am.
Hey there, big guy.
Hi.
So, DC Universe Online just launched, on January,
11th.
11th.
Yeah.
And it's kind of getting a pretty good reception, actually.
Well, first of all, it had a great launch. I mean, you don't see seamless, bugless launches like this in MMOs
Bugless?
ever.
How is it?
I mean, like if you can always connect to your server. You don't have to worry about random crashes at random intervals or weird graphical
So all the
glitches
infrastructure
most of the
stuff
time.
is real
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's this take out of your wallet a month?
Well, that's probably the bad part, and I'm not sure that the game actually lives up to the cost. It's $50 for the box and $15 a month. For
Well, you know
the
that $50
subscription.
is going to drop pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
Not across the board. I doubt. Does it release it for PlayStation yet?
Yeah, it's out for PS3.
How's that running?
It's the same price.
I mean, I'm talking about the bugs and glitches and all that stuff you were talking about. Is it-
just as good. Yeah.
Is
they've
it
got a
separate
great-
servers, though?
Yes, the PS3 players can't play with the PC players,
Oh.
which is unfortunate. You actually could in early beta, so the tech is there, but I think it was some sort of licensing thing.
Weird.
So,
Yeah.
how's the gameplay look? Like, we're looking at a trailer right now that looked really aggressive. It's
Yeah.
all based on different superpowers and things like that. But is the ground combat as fast paced as this trailer makes it look?
Absolutely.
Really?
You very frequently have to be initiating attacks or blocks or moves or rolls in the blink of an eye, and you have to be able to really think on your toes. This is very much an action MMO. They called it an action MMO. Actually, I would call it more like an action RPG because, to be honest, the social side of this game is pretty lacking. The social UI is just bad. Like chatting with people is just bad. You can really tell this game was made for a console, and consoles aren't really made for socializing so much. They're made for like auto matchmaking and stuff like that, which the
Right.
game has. So that can be done really easily. You know, you hop into these special arena matches, which will take you to a separate map, and you're auto teamed. So it's just like an Xbox Live or PSN network sort of thing. It's
Can you
just
choose
automatic?
Can you choose to co-op with your buddies?
Absolutely. It's not easy to talk to them. There is integrated voice chat in the game, but unless you get it set up correctly, then if you have to rely on typing, good luck.
But the voice chat integrated is nice, and it does work pretty easily, as you discovered.
Yeah.
I mean, it turns right on, and it's good to go.
I actually had it on by accident during one of our live demos after one of our shows last week.
One thing I wanted to ask is, in this gameplay, no one's flying around. Is there any flying
yeah, there's
characters?
Oh yeah, there's flight.
And how does that work? Is that done well?
It feels great in PvE to be able to fly, and plus the travel powers. There's three to choose from. There's flight and acrobatics and super speed, but each of those is not just that. They're actually complete power sets that have their own special abilities tied in, such as with flight, you get the ability to do dive bombs that do extra damage, or you can
Super
do a
speed, right?
shockwave that shoots you up into the air into flight mode and knocks everything on the ground that was around you back away from you. So
How many buttons is it for combat for striking? Is it 1 or 2?
your primary weapon set is you can do it just with your left click and right click, so it's 2 buttons. And you initiate combos by a series of like click, click, hold, or click, 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 hold. And so it's all on basically 1 or 2 buttons.
One of the things.
So it would be like A, B, B, A, if you were on
Yeah.
a controller type of thing.
Yeah, and I haven't been playing with a controller, but I hear it's awesome on a controller, and I'm looking forward to trying that out soon.
Interesting.
Because I think I'd have to go the console route.
Of course,
Oh, but
yeah.
but see,
I mean, even if you get it on a PC,
I know
even if
that-
you get it on a PC, you can plug in an Xbox.
He's saying people are
Microsoft
using a
controller.
controller on the PC successfely.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I got my Xbox controller all hooked up on mine.
Now, one of the things that stood out for me a lot, because the J-Man here was doing a lot of early game testing for some 10-ton Hammer articles he's written that we have links to in the show notes. And what jumped out at me when he was doing his research was how I walked out here, and I don't even know if I was actually aware of the game he was playing, and I'm not kidding you guys. I walked out here, and I knew he was in Gotham City. I looked at the game, and I said, "Oh, you're in Gotham right now." And he's like, "Yeah, you should see Metropolis. It looks like Metropolis. It's
Really?
bright, it's modern, it's clean, shiny, and it's powerful."
How's the character creator?
A little lacking. They went with kind of the superhero MMOs have tended up to this point to basically give you every option you could possibly want right up front, so you can look as awesome as you want to from day one. But DCU has taken a different path. They give you a lot of options, so you can look kind of cool, but the rest of the options you have to actually earn through playing the game, defeating villains or superheroes, performing collections, getting achievements.
So as you
And
get
all
new
of those
equipment
will-
and stuff.
all of those will unlock new styles, they call them, which you can choose or not choose to put on
I
your
think
character.
that's
Okay,
cool
so
because
you got to
visual
earn,
progress.
You got to earn your way to look badass.
Yeah, it's more like how World of Warcraft does it.
Kind of, but it's still got that, in World of Warcraft, everybody at level 1 looks like the same old lump of turd. Their custom creation is awful.
Yeah,
at least in this
you
game,
start better.
on day 1, you look pretty cool.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah.
This game, I am so close. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think my impression of this game would be?
I think you might get a little frustrated with the high combat speed, because it's pretty much an action game. I mean, it doesn't play to the MMO audience at all.
Loot.
If you're used to being able to auto target and take your time and choose your attacks and being able to auto attack, none of that is present. This is very much a hands-on, visceral combat system, which is probably another reason that they put all the voice chat in there, because you can't type while you're trying to kick
I have a
ass.
gripe of
Wait. First off, I want Justin's question answered. Is there like loot? Is there kind of grinding, that kind of stuff?
There is loot, absolutely, and there is like money that you can use to buy additional styles for your character or consumables that make you hit more powerful for a short amount of time. So there's a little bit of grinding on that. How much grinding it is basically determined by how many styles you personally want to own, which items you need to have. My highest character right now is only level 12, but I haven't encountered any grinding to date.
Really?
Yeah.
And how many hours did it take you to get to level 12?
Oh, I don't know, 3 or 4.
Okay.
It starts to slow down around that point.
And then
There's a level cap.
There is a level cap of 30 at this time, yeah.
So you have a weapon? Is the characters you've gone? Have you gone the route of a weapon? You're not doing like
well,
melee?
for every character that you create has basically 4 power sets. One is their travel power, which I mentioned earlier. 2 are their actual superpowers that come in pairs. So like if you do gadgets, then you have tricks and traps. Those are your 2 other sets. And the 4th one is your weapon set. And it's always a weapon set, but you can choose if you're just not, like if you don't want to be swinging a sword or using a pair of pistols, you can choose to do martial arts as your weapon set.
But did you find that your gameplay suffered?
By using an unarmed weapon set? No. I actually adore martial arts. I think it's awesome. I tried brawling too. It's a little slow for my taste. And that's the other cool thing is each of these weapon sets and each of the power sets also have their own specific pluses and minuses. The whole game is kind of like a gigantic rock, paper, scissors. So what you do well, somebody else might not do well, but they do something else better than you do, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Do they at least give you the first month for free?
Yes, they do.
All right.
Are you going to give it a shot?
Oh, I have to.
Are you serious?
I'll see you in the game.
We've getting some endorsement in the chat room from people that are using
I got a
with the controller.
PlayStation.
Oh, do it on the PC.
I can't.
Dude, there's people in the chat room right now. They're saying they're doing it on the PC with a controller, and it works just. Rikai in the chat room said I played it on the PlayStation and on the PC, and with the PC and a controller, it plays just the same as it does.
But then I'm just leaving.
He says feels about the same.
But dude, then I'm leaving 33 inches on the table when I go upstairs.
That's true.
Yeah,
But there's a lot of
good
people.
point.
There's a lot of people in the chat room and stuff that are playing.
Yeah, if you don't go on the PC version, then you can't play with any of us.
You guys are all
And
going to
that's
be like
important.
level fucking 50s in 2 days, and I'm going to be running around my thumb on my
I'll
ass.
start one with you if you do it on the PC.
Well, I think I heard that the
Then I'll
character
blow
cap
by
is like
you.
20. I heard that you can make like 20 characters if you want to, so there's no shortage of being able to roll a new one to play with you. Yeah. If anybody actually, let me just give a quick plug here. If anybody out there listening to the show or watching it wants to join us, go over to Jupiter Colony. There's a thread in our general chat talking about this, and it sets up which server we're on. And there's a whole roster of everybody from Jupiter Colony that's already playing.
I'm going to get in on that. I'm going to do it.
Is this Steam, you said?
You can get it through Steam, sure.
Where did you get it through personally?
I got it through Steam just because it was easier to download and everything. But I actually own the retail box as well.
Why do you own both?
Because he was evaluating it, right?
Right.
He gets the free shit and we don't. We suck.
No, he paid for it.
I paid for it.
Oh, you pay for it early?
We got to do
Yep.
what you got to do to be legit, man.
People got to pay for that?
Yeah.
I guess some people could call and try to get it.
What? I don't work for IGN or anything.
Oh. I never heard of 10-ton hammer. I just thought they could be big. Just because I don't know doesn't mean they're not big. I don't know a lot of things.
You should
Yeah,
check
you
them
don't
out.
know.
Agreed.
Check them out. Well, all right. I'm going to pick up this game.
Shit.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
I
going to
do
do it.
recommend it.
Mac?
It's at the very least it's worth the box cost.
Is it
The
available on
continued
the Mac?
subscription- No, it's not available on the Mac.
God.
But what were you saying before we
have a
cut you
PC.
off?
I was saying that at the very least, I feel that the box cost is worth it. The $50 to pick this up and find out whether or not it's good for you. You will at least get 1 month's worth of enjoyment out of it. Whether or not you continue to subscribe, it's kind of a personal issue. Whether
Do
or
you
not
think
like
that
it.
it'll ever go free to play, or because it's Sony Entertainment, probably not?
Probably not. I could see it potentially dropping down to maybe $10 a month. There is an option right now if you want to sign up for what's called the Station Pass and like buy all Sony online games for $30 a month. That includes EverQuest and EverQuest 2 and Vanguard and Star Wars Galaxies and a whole crap ton of other things.
Is Maple Story Sony?
Nope.
Okay.
But you could do that for $30 and then you'd be subscribed to like 8 different games.
Do they have one of those like pass for life things?
200
Lifetime
and something?
subscription.
Is that what it was?
$200.
Oof.
That may go up. So if you're interested in a lifetime to DC,
But then you're done. You never pay again.
Right.
Right.
Then I gotta be on board with them thinking they're gonna be successful enough to keep this thing going when they generally everybody has a bad history of keeping a good MMO going.
Sure.
And I'll admit that Sony has also a history of shutting games down if they don't do well. And not just like allowing them to peter off and live in the background, but actually shutting them off and everybody's just screwed.
That's the
So-
double-edged sword right there.
Yeah.
You're like, we want to stand away from it because it might go down. But if you don't go and buy that lifetime membership, they're definitely going to go down because you're not helping.
It's true. What are you going to do?
Now,
All
they
right,
do have
Jared. Oh, go
They
ahead.
do have a store available in game that they might flesh out and allow people to microtransaction, but there's nothing in there right
Oh,
now.
okay.
They haven't talked.
But you figure they gotta come up with some cool like outfits and shit like that, right?
Sure,
Yeah.
it's a superhero game. It's really easy to sell a new pair of spandex.
Champions Online gone free to play yet?
No, that happens in February though.
That's a good one. How would you compare these two games?
Champions Online is much more an MMO RPG, very to the core. It's an auto target, press your hotkey, standard MMO combat sort of thing. A little more fast paced because it's superheroes. You throw in people around the world a little bit more. Plus, there's a huge difference in character creation between the two. Like I said earlier, in Champions Online, you are as cool as you will ever look from day one.
God, I love
in DCU.
creating my character in that game.
Yeah, in DCU, you actually have to work for it. So I think that actually DCU will work off better in the long run because you'll feel more attached to your character because you had to work to make them look that cool. You actually had to put in time and effort and possibly money. And
It's true. It's absolutely true. There you go.
so,
Do they give you armor bonuses and stuff?
oh yeah, there's stats that you level up just like an RPG. But
Ah.
that's why I'd call this game closer to an action RPG rather than an action MMO.
All of a sudden, Dungeon Siege gets thrown in the garbage, and I'm going to be looking at this. But $15 a month, that's the
That
one
kills
reason
me.
I have never been able to get behind an MMO.
Could you do the 200?
I'd have to
I-
really love the game.
Yeah, I can't justify anything to spend $200 on it like that. Not just one game.
Well, if you play on the PC and you hook up with me in game, I'll try to make your first month so awesome that you will not question.
Wait.
paying.
What's the math on that? Like, how much would you have to play for that?
I think it's like 13 months, and then it would be paid off.
You know why I did it?
so-
I bought the lifetime for Stowe. Because I figured if I ever got really bored with the game, like say 6 months in, I wanted to be able to walk away and then just decide like maybe 6 months after that point if I wanted to sit down and install it and just play at some point and not have any guilt about credit card and
That's really nice to be able to do.
yeah. Because then it's like there's no pressure to get my money's worth out of the game. Oh man, I'm paying $15 this month. If I play an hour, or if I play 15 hours, it's the same amount of money for me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
the advantage.
Why, that's why I like that. But I don't want to do it in a game where like 2 months down the road, it's like, screw this.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah.
And I could see me doing that. Like even Minecraft, where I paid the $15. Same thing, the payment's done, whatever. And I gave it up for like a couple months. And I'm coming back to it, but that's just until I get the next like console game or whatever.
Yeah.
So it might be the same with that. But I'm definitely
And
interested
just
in
that
seeing
fact,
this.
like you said, about Sony being a little wishy-washy and quick to pull the trigger on their own stuff, I'm not too excited.
Maybe even give it a few more weeks before you buy it. Then by the time your month is up, all of the press will have washed out. You'll get all the reviews already done, and you'll see whether or not the game has staying power by that point.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe that I'm excited about this game. I saw it and thought I was going to be disappointed.
Really?
Yep.
I thought that you would see it, and because of how excited you were with Champions, I figured this thing would be just another one right up your alley.
To be honest, I expected it to be another Final Fantasy-esque, like not that bad, but I really did not expect to be impressed by it at all, and I didn't think I'd give really much of a care about it. In fact, this is the first game that's an MMO since Stowe that I've even really thought about. Now the fact that I'm kind of sold on it, simply because the ground combat looks so much better than Stowe's.
I wish
It's just fun. It's fun to kick the crap out of people, with all that hands-on button clicking.
And I want to fly.
I want to fly.
What do you wish?
I wish that Marvel game that was supposed to be like this came out.
Oh my God, yes.
Well, actually, let me share a little bit of news with you. Today, the studio that's making that officially changed their name. They were Gargantuan, and now they're Secret Identity Studios. And they've decided they officially announced that they're exclusively dedicating themselves to the Marvel Universe MMO.
Really?
Yeah. No announcement of release dates or anything like that, but it is in the works, and they made a major step forward. They changed their whole studio name to a superhero theme.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just to go for it.
Because when there needs to be a line drawn in the sand.
And I will hop on the Marvel side.
Yeah, I am pretty much with
I'm on
you.
board with that.
I will jump on Spider-Man's back.
Any day of the week.
And I'm with him.
I do like
Give
Batman and
Venom a
Superman
high
a lot,
five.
but
You know what I like about Batman and Superman and those kind of ones is they took a really dark turn. I don't know how comics are, but I remember in the 90s with Doomsday.
Yeah.
And that was dark, dude. When they had
Batman died.
yeah, they
Yeah.
had Bane breaking his back over that rock on the cover.
Yeah.
That thing sent chills up my spine. Dude, I even had a Ninja Turtles graphic novel that was scary.
I remember that thing was awesome.
Yeah, it was creepy, dude.
It was dark.
Hardcore turtles, dude.
all right. So it
They
sounds
were
like.
killing bitches.
Go ahead, J-Man.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say, just to wrap up here, if you guys are interested, I will be putting up a full review on 10 Ton Hammer. Actually, it'll probably be out by the time this episode is listed on YouTube, finally when we've got it published. So
Nice.
check over at 10 Ton Hammer for the complete review of DC Universe Online.
I just want to see you play it. Can you play it? Can you play it over here, like before
Yeah.
Jupiter at night?
He does.
I
He
actually
does in the
usually
after
have
show
it after,
often.
yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Jeremy, I think I need a new hat.
Oh, no.
All right, J-Man. Thanks for joining us for the DCU Online
Thanks,
review.
Germs.
You bet.
Bye, Z's.
Bye.
All right, now that we hung up on the J-Man, I think we'll hang up on everybody else. I think that just about wraps up this week's episode of LOTSO. I wanted to say happy 2011 to everybody, and thanks for tuning into this week's episode. Now, LOTSO is out every other week at Jupiter Broadcasting, but here, check this out. It actually works out pretty good. If you tune in Friday nights over at Jupiter Broadcasting, you're pretty much always going to get some LOTSO in your face. You're either going to catch us
Right up in
live,
there.
and if you don't see a big LOTSO banner up on the front page, that means we're probably live, and you can just catch us doing the show. Otherwise, the next Friday, the show that we would have done the previous Friday comes out. It's an every other Friday thing. You see? You get it. It's easy. Not so bad. Hey, gentlemen, welcome to 2011. Thanks for joining us this week. Say goodbye to the audience.
Deuces.
Say goodnight, Alan.
Bye.
Good night, everyone. See you next week. Or see you in 2 weeks. I don't get it.
We'll see you one Friday from another.
We'll be around.
Why the frick is it so hard? We came up with it.
Thanks for listening to Legend of the Stoned Owl. Legend of the Stoned Owl is produced over at JupiterBroadcasting.com. That's where you can find the show, subscribe, all those good things, leave us feedback, and also where you'll find us every 2 weeks. Thanks for listening to this episode. We'll see you in a fortnight.
What does an owl have that's reviewy? Review sack? It's time for the.
A woodcock.
A woodcock. The reviews.
Don't wake the kid up.
sack? A nut sack.
I don't know. What does an owl? What does an owl do?
We should call it the review sack.
All right.
But no, because we got to make a new bump and fuck that.
No, because you got the grab bag.
Yeah, I know, but I don't have one that says review sack.
It doesn't have to say review sack.
It should if you say welcome to the review sack.
All right, here we go. It's a Lotso review segment in 3, 2. Here we go. This is the Lotso grab bag for episode 24. I got a little bit of a side ache from this beer in 3.
That didn't take too long.
You like that?
Was it recording?
Yeah.
You gotta keep that, dude.
I don't know why you guys like that so much.
Because you said it like a professional, dude.
All right, here we go. We're gonna do this. You got bullet. You got bullet play. You got bullet play. You got bullet play. Bullet play.
Yeah,
Gameplay.
dude.
Gameplay.
Yes,
you got bullet
yes,
play. Gameplay.
yes,
Lined up. You got bullet play. Go. You got that bullet play. Bullet play.
What's bullet
You got that bullet storm. Gameplay.
Dude, if I was wearing headphones, I'd pass out from that. That was audible intrusion.
Thanks.
I was saturating in all those words. I've been basted with repetition.
Tonight's Lotso is starring Puff the Magic Allen, Jizzy Justin, and Chris Gina.
And Chris what?
Chris Gina.
Somebody's got to work in my hat.
Oh my god, that was awesome.
That's Jeremy.
Somebody screenshot that.
That was a
please.
good one.
Can't wait to
Yeah,
hack
no,
your
it's
droid,
fun.
dude. You're gonna have so much fun.
You've been saying this for years.
All the way since 2010, even Chris China.
Man, I want vagina.
I like Jizzy Justin. I want to call you that from now on.
I
Yo,
jizz-
JJ.